So to conclude, I'd like to hand over to Jayanta again. So please, Jayanta, take the dais.
I'll just start by saying, I think from the entire AEEE team, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us over the last 2 days and being here. I think it's just your encouragement and your support that keeps us going, trying to make feed better, bigger every year, and it has been. So it's been fascinating, I think 2 days. I think whether we started about 3 months back, we really didn't realize how big, how good it's going to be, and I think we are setting new standards every year. I think whether it's the speakers, whether it's the audience, where's the interaction, engagements, and the questions. So there's so many people to thank over these 3 months. I think so many people leaving their mark on the event. Is the 4th edition, 5th if you compare, if you add in Inspire. But I think a lot of people ask us, and why we do it and how we do it. And I think I'll just start with maybe one quote that I think IEA always said, and which really resonates with me, is that the road to global decarbonization goes through India. And I think, what better leaders and, the people to kind of lead this particular discussion than we have had. And maybe, if anybody has to take up or set up an event or speak about energy efficiency, who better than AEEE? So that's what kind of keeps us going, and of course it's a huge partnership. We can never ever do it without all of you. And yeah, I think also want to touch upon a lot of people ask me why I do it, and I think probably your kids or a lot of people were joining, and I spent 2.5 decades in the industry and came here. People call me stupid adventurous, a lot of other things. But I think one question from my child that what a mess you guys are leaving us to clean up. I think that's something which, got me to get into this particular industry or work over here as a, association and try and make a difference. And I would say I'm a firm believer in power of one, and you're the change maker. So I think all of us need to just aspire ourselves. You may not think, but believe me, you're making way more difference than you think you are. And I think hopefully the next generation will thank us. Hopefully, I think, if we are able to make some change, because I think these narratives, these stories need to be told, these discussions need to be had, tough questions needs to be asked. And I think what our triple sector model always says that, we can't do this alone. I mean, the industry, the government, the peer civil society organizations, we absolutely, all of us need to work together to kind of achieve this. I'll probably come to the thank you portion. Just bear with me for 5 minutes. As I said, there are so many people to thank, and probably start, with people without whom we won't be able to do this. We don't do events, for a living, but we believe these, as I said, these stories need to be told, and we have a whole group of these partners who don't blink an eyelid to support us. And I think heartfelt thanks, and we just can't do this without you. Whether it's our sponsors, I don't want to miss out any, but Schneider, who's been with us for a long time, Train, who joined us this year, and okay, I don't see them around, but Carrier, ABB Tabreed, who have been with us, MPN System, thanks Mahesh, a whole group of our knowledge partners, GIZ, Nangya Anderson, RMI, thank you all for joining us and helping us co-curate, working with the sessions, the speakers and others. And of course, the outreach partners who helped us reach out to thousands, tens of thousands of people, probably 1,000 plus registered, and a whole lot of them joined us. Then again, I think the first group of people who kind of started working with us, whom we really need to thank, is our steering committee. I think we have always had, leaders from the space who have been working with us in designing these events, the theme, the sessions, the speakers, helping us correct some of the narratives that we wanted to do. And again, we have had fantastic 8 members in the steering committee this year. Without speakers, and again, we probably set new standards every year, and I think I'm just sometimes never surprised by the intellectual capital we have, in which we can dip into and get a new set of speakers every year, better discussions, fantastic the case studies and others. But I think three special cases, special names I would say here is Dr. Brian Madhawe, who was there yesterday, who took time, almost spent the entire half a day with us, and he kind of, just worked out well. Scott Tew, who kind of flew down from US, you heard him earlier in the day. And Brian, thank you so much. You have been our partner in crime in some programs, but you have been here for 2 days. Really appreciate it. I mean, they have all flown down from across the world. But of course, our speakers who have flown down from all over India just to kind of support us, help us. Indu, amongst others. I think I see some more speakers. But thank you so much. We really can't do this without you. And we'll, of course, be reaching out next year as well to many of you. I have a list of speakers. It becomes so difficult that you're always scared you want to miss somebody, and you probably need a session and not 5 minutes to do that. Yeah, I mean, these are just some numbers which we collected over the last few days. I think, as we said, we are getting bigger, better, and I think for us, it's quality rather than quantity that matters more. But we had 850 plus registration, 15 excellent sessions. We had, of course, the 6 sponsors, but I think speakers, we have one of the largest numbers, 74. Over the last 2 days. 14 industry partners associations, again, who helped us promote this event, and 340 unique government organizations, industry, and other companies whose representatives came over the last 2 days to attend this particular session. Yeah, next slide, please. Okay, so one, I think, principle that has always governed me is, to succeed in life, they say that, you should surround yourself with more intelligent people. I think that's what I've tried to do at AEEE, firmly believe, and again, and also with this audience. So thank you. I think we can, this is one team that just makes it so easy. And, this is my 4th year doing feed, and I think every year my workload keeps decreasing. There's always a new team that takes over, but I think I'll request 3 ladies to stand up who did a really, really heavy lifting for this event. One is Dr. Khushbu. I think we just stand up. Saundarya and Supriya, I think, they have really worked hard to, kind of set this event. And I'm not discounting anybody else, but these 3 ladies have really led the entire work. But other than that, of course, you may please sit. Then we have, of course, the session coordinators. Thank you so much. I think we troubled you a lot in fine-tuning the sessions. You worked really hard in identifying the speakers, rapporteurs, the lovely ladies who did MCs, led by led by Soumya. Comms team, they have been sitting there, and you haven't seen them, but trust me, they have been changing the slides. Every graphics that you see, every infographic, website, to the promotions being done by 3 people here. Sanjay, we have Tanuj, and we have Himanshu, who have slogged like crazy, literally real-time updation on the websites and other places. Other than this, one particular person, I don't know, Bhairav, is he here? Yeah, I think anybody who has interacted with AEEE would have interacted with him. I mean, he's the oldest member here, and anybody who's been spammed with emails of AEEE, he's the one to blame. And he will say that I've told him, but sorry, I mean, that's not true. But thank you. I think your personal touch and connect really matters. 3 ladies again, I think Monica, Anita, and sorry, not the 3rd lady, but that's Hardeep. I think he's not here right now. Handle the logistics, ensure that you guys are fed well, organize this particular event, the entire hall, the entire logistics part, and that's been absolutely fantastic. Finance team, I think Sumit is here, but Rakesh is not. I mean, it's very rare finance team that they actually pay before you actually can follow up and chase, but they did that. So thanks, guys, for doing that. Last, not the least, Chandan and Neeraj, I know they are there. Very quiet at the back end to ensure that we are fed enough coffee, helping us with the gifts, logistics. Thank you, guys. Did I miss anyone? Probably yes. My partners in crime, the leadership team, probably led by Satish, who tried his best to make our lives very difficult, and he succeeded. Thanks, Satish, for keeping us on our toes and always telling us to do better. Pramod, thank you so much for the time you spent in, the sessions, planning, speakers, co-curating that. Sumed, thank you. Rakesh, Prasad, he's actually in the other session, in the SDI one. And again, yeah, two more folks. I don't see Pooja here, but Inderpreet, I think he has been with us for the few editions of Feed. Thank you. Flawless execution, the entire AV and others. And, two more people, I don't see them around, Pooja and Gautam from Eros. I mean, believe me, I think it's been such an amazing hospitality. We just have to think about it and they did it. I think the entire planning, and I think most of you have enjoyed this, so it's there. Thank you all. Thank you to the rest of the AAA team. I mean, it's a complete team, collective effort. I may not have named you individually, but we couldn't have done that without you. And we see you next in the month of November for Energize. It's happening a 3-day event. Please, we need all of you to join us, support us, partner with us for this event. It's happening at Panchgani. The abstracts are on. We are looking forward to greater industry and other participation. We would love to do that, have that, and next probably Jan or Feb, Feed 2026. Look forward to seeing you here, most probably at Eros. And thank you all. Have a great evening, great weekend, and absolutely heartfelt thank you again.